Check, check. What's up, everybody? I am jumping in the chat right now. Let me know if you can hear me okay so that we're good to go. We'll go ahead and get this party started. Game of Crypto, what's going on? Let's see. Yeah. I can bring this up here. Let's see. What's up, everybody? There we go. Just hang out here for a couple minutes while everybody comes in and gets situated. For about 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Litecoin is good. It's just going to take, a little bit longer to come back around. But when it does, it will be one of the leaders in the market. All right. We'll, what's up? Let's get people up here. That's not it. Better. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get started.
Like a boss.
Huh.
Armed.
Live from the USA, hoping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. May 22nd. And we're about to go back to school real quick with a little bit of cryptonomics to discuss the value of Bitcoin. A lot of people, just now getting in the market may not be too familiar on how the blockchain works, what cryptocurrency is. They hear the bobbleheads talking on CNBC, squawking, drinking that morning Joe. Still don't know which way is up in the market. But that's what I'm here. I'm here to help you make money. This is your first time tuning in. Congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK, known as the Crypto Trader. And I am the boss of these charts. As you will soon find out, every day I grace this microphone right here with my voice is another day you get to get paid as a result. And today is no exception. So with that being said, let's go ahead. I'm just trying to fix the EQ on the fly real quick. If you're in the chat right now, let me know if the sound is good, and we're going to keep it rolling. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on over to our curriculum for the day. You can see the value of Bitcoin, BTC. First of all, shout out to everybody holding me down on Patreon and Steam It. BK Crypto Trader on both platforms. We do have some community tools and resources available. I've been, building a lot of these things out over the past few months. And, oh, man.
Dog, why didn't y'all tell me that this thing was all the way messed up with the sound? Okay, we finally have the good sound now. My apologies for before, but, apparently it was coming in through my computer, which is under my desk, and now we should be a lot better. So here we go. New community tools, TradingView, Facebook, and Patreon. Facebook, #1 Bitcoin group in the world, #1BTC Patreon at BK Crypto Trader. We are building the infrastructure to accommodate many, many, many new people. So come on and join the money team. First question that we will be addressing. What is the value of Bitcoin? And the second question is, where does Bitcoin get its value, right? And in doing this, right, two things come to mind, and that is autonomous and trustless, right? These are the two definitions that really make Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and the blockchain a game changer, a world-renowned technology. Autonomous, the definition of autonomous is having self-government, at least to a significant degree, right? The second interpretation, acting independently or having the freedom to do so, right? Two keywords in there, self-government and acting independently, right? All too often for our entire lives prior to, the Genesis block, mine back in 2008, 2009, we have been told that things have to happen a certain way because that's just the way that things are, right? We've been told that essentially you're too stupid to act on your own behalf. So you need to go to the polls and vote for this smart person to act for you because they're smarter than you. And it's too many stupid people. So we have to self-elect smarter people to act on behalf of the better good. Well, this is a conflict of interest because who controls the better good? Not the individuals. More often than not, it's privatized conflicting interests. So we have a lack of trust in the current status quo. When we look at the definition of trust, the mathematical correlation, trust equals consistency over time, right? So when you ask, what is the value of Bitcoin, which is run on an autonomous solution known as the blockchain, well, there gives us our trust. It is consistent. In fact, it's one of the most consistent financial networks ever created, having been operational, I believe, 99.9% of the time since inception. So just imagine if you ever been on a phone call, right? And the call drops, that's a drop of service, right? That's inconsistency, right? You can't really trust your phone if you're in high-rise buildings, downtown Chicago, prime example, downtown New York. Half the time you can't even get reception on the ground because it's too many people, right? It's a very inconsistent network, and that happens very often. So all too often, we can't even trust the technologies that we're using in our everyday lives. How many times have you turned on the news and seen that somebody's identity was stolen, some big data breach? I think Experian, Yahoo, Target, Wells Fargo, all of these huge corporations have had data breaches. They do not have consistency in their own security, but they expect us to trust them with our money. So that's one of the places Bitcoin gets its value, is from the autonomous solution that facilitates trust. The second part where it gets its value is its performance over time. What is trust? Consistency over time. And this thing is consistently beating the dollar. I don't care what happened in the past 2 weeks. I don't care what happened in the past 2 months. This chart goes all the way back to 2013, when these big corporations started paying attention and actually started tracking Bitcoin's performance. Pretty close, I think $200, $400, somewhere around there. And we can see firsthand that line is going up and to the right. That means Bitcoin is beating the dollar. It is consistently beating the dollar. You see that? Consistently beating the dollar, which means you can trust that over time, Bitcoin will win you more dollars than anything else in the stock market. And this is a system of design. It's an autonomous solution that is trustless, meaning you don't need to have faith in it. The blockchain works. And the dollar correlation that people have dumped into it across the world, right now we're at about a 6,000% growth in less than 2,000 days, a little less than 7 years. 6,000%. Can't get that on Wall Street. That is a direct correlation to the trust, the consistency, and the autonomous, self-reliance, independent technology that the blockchain facilitates. And this is what that technology looks like in real time. These are the nodes of the Bitcoin network acting right now, all over the world, 24 hours a day, forever. This is what a trustless solution looks like. Once upon a time, back in the day, you couldn't even go to the bank on Friday after 4 p.m. to get your own money because the bankers left. That's why they call them banker hours, right? People were literally locked out of their own money and had to wait till, Monday morning. Because back then, I don't even think banks were open on the weekend. You had to wait till Monday morning before you could even have access. This is before direct deposit. Back when you got your check on Friday and you ran to the bank with everybody else, waited in almost a 2-hour line, and half the time they closed the door on a lot of people because they couldn't get access. They didn't have a decentralized network. They didn't have a system that the world could trust. It was highly inconsistent, and it definitely was not autonomous with, what is this? Almost 10,000 nodes acting independently of each other, all transmitting and corresponding validity to the network of the blockchain. This is what gives Bitcoin its value. And in closing, We talk about trust, we talk about consistency, and we talk about time. This is a very infamous person right here, none other than Dalai Lama. He says, if you are honest, trustful, and transparent, people will trust you. If people trust you, you have no grounds for fear, suspicion, or jealousy. And again, as a direct correlation to the world that we live in nowadays, all too often, those last three, fear, suspicion, and jealousy, are very prevalent in our society. And so, in closing, this is an opportunity for us, to move across that bridge, right? Cross that bridge to a trustless platform, right? It doesn't need a KYC policy. It doesn't need a corporate tax rate. It doesn't need reform or legislation. It doesn't need any of these keywords that the bobbleheads on TV get you caught up and distracted about. It just is. I remember some great words from a great book said, I am. Well, guess what? It is. And that's what we have to look forward to. And you can trust it. That being said, I'm not going to do a check-in. I appreciate everybody that showed me some love in the chat right now. Let's shout them out. 90 Crypto, holding it down for New Zealand. Big Josh, Big Chris, what's going on? Austin, Michael Ranger, Johnny West, I see you. Everybody, show me some love in the comments. I'm going to jump in the comments as soon as we get off here. Make sure you jump over to the #1 Bitcoin group in the world. #1Bitcoin. We got about 25,000 people coming over there, keeping everybody empowered and in profit in the marketplace. And if you're looking to make a little something extra on the side, you can jump over to patreon.com, type in my name, BK Crypto Trader, and you will see a lot of the packages that we have. My most requested is the profit package. This is a weekly forecast of top performing coins in the market. Just scroll down a little bit, click that red button on the side, and bam, it's just that easy to get paid. I just released a new list yesterday, not even 24 hours ago, right? And so we're looking forward to making some money with that one, right? With that being said, everybody, it's that time of the day. Signing out, this is the boss, your boy BK, no matter where you stay, Brazil to Bay or California, all the way back out through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Do that for me. Copy and paste this URL. Again, this is an introductory video. I just need to, disseminate some valuable information, and I appreciate you all giving me the opportunity to do that. So if you can just share this video to somebody that's a little confused about Bitcoin, they don't know what the blockchain is. They heard it was a Ponzi scheme, a scam, a tulip. Little do they know that the tulips were actually, a method that the people used to empower themselves. When the Romans were so greedy, they were cutting off the top and taking all the value out their own money that they printed. So the people said, well, these tulips is more valuable than the coins that they giving us. Let's sell tulips. They don't tell us that part. They say Bitcoin's a tulip. Well, guess what? I trade tulips every day of the week if we can trust it. Till we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.
Like a boss.
Huh.
Huh.
Arms. Huh.